Okay, welcome back. Okay, so we are now in part 2. Okay, so John, please write part 2. Okay, in part 2 of LEED foundations, that's the basics. I'm going to talk about the second foundation is called green building. Okay, so John, now I understand why you're writing everything in green. Okay, green building. Okay, now when I talk about a green building, okay, when I talk about green building, okay, this is not my face, this is a building. Okay, let's say this is the door. Okay, for some reason the door is like this. Okay, chimney. Okay, ducting, let's say. Okay, so when I talk about green building, okay, what comes in your head? John, the building is in green color. Oh, a fancy answer, beautiful answer. John, the color of the building is in green. Okay. Let's stop the crap. Let's talk about LEED. Okay, green building. Okay, let's talk. Actually, instead of talking about, we're going to talk about what is green building. Okay, what is green building? Okay, they are buildings. Okay, green buildings are buildings which are not green. Okay, it's not that foolish answer. Okay, the buildings that are more efficient in the sense what? Okay, because they take into consideration the following things. Okay, clear? They take into consideration water, material, energy. Okay, see, now this is the foundation class. It's going to take some time, okay, because it's a basic class. As we move forward, things will become much clearer. Okay, so let's just tell you. Okay, when you talk about green buildings, okay, what comes in your head? Okay, let's talk about strategies. Okay, listen, this is an important concept. Strategies of a green building. Okay, so green buildings actually they don't just focus. Okay, let's talk about this building. Okay, they just don't focus on reduced. Okay, they just don't talk about this color is rubbish. Okay, sorry. Okay, they just don't talk about reduced impact on the environment. Okay, now see, listen, this is some textual words. Things will be very clear now. Just give me a second and I'll make things clear. Okay, that's my job. Reduced impact. Okay, what does it mean? Now this building is here. Okay, this is a building. Okay, it's for some reason my mouse is becoming a penguin today. Okay, this is my building. Okay, this is a building. So when you talk about green building, you just don't talk about just now this building is there. What impact will my building, this building, okay, on the environment? Okay, it's not just talking about that. We have more else to talk. Okay, we have more subjects to talk about it. Okay, more points to talk about it. Okay, so the thing is in green building. Okay, in the when talking about in LEED's concept. Okay, in LEED's point of view, green building we just don't talk about the impact. Now impact in the sense what effect. Okay, what effect this building is going to have on its environment. Okay, because each building has an effect. You're going to put pollution. You're going to talk lots on this. Okay, maybe in the next part or something we're going to talk the effects of green building. Okay, but see, when you talk about green buildings, it's not just a reduced environment impact. You're going to talk about actually what the weather inside. Let's say the internal. Okay, so internal or let's say interior. Clear so far? So the LEED or the green building, we're not just talking about reduced environment impact. Okay, it's just talking about what are the effects my bloody building would be for the environment, but it's also going to tell me about the interior environment. Okay, so basically in the green building we're going to focus on these two things 9 out of 10 times. Okay, majority of the times. One, internal means what? The interior means what? Inside the building. Okay, so let me say the atmosphere. Okay, external this building, let's say this is your building, anything outside is external, huh? I know this is something very, very foolish, or let's say very, very simple to understand, but better to explain. I don't want to have any assumptions here, John. I don't understand what's internal and external. Okay, so I hope so far it's so good. Okay, so the green building just does not focus on the reduced environmental impact, but it also looks for conditions. Okay, look at this word. Okay, just look at here. Okay, so when I think about conditions, this thing comes on my head. This thing just struck my head. What struck? Sustainability. What is sustainability? I said not a GMC, it is CMC. It is the process of creating and maintaining conditions, isn't it? Condition in the form of the environment, isn't it? Like let's suppose, okay, we are in one room, okay, we are all in one room here, okay, and it is hot, and let's say we are working here, and this is my laptop, and I'm here, okay, the alien, okay. So for some reason, we put windows. Why do we put windows? So it's called comfort, okay. Without this window, I would have put a light here. I would have put a light or a bulb, and things would go smooth. But that efficiency will not be so high. So this is the story of LEED. Okay, just understand this concept here. Okay, green building, you're talking about your environmental impact and also your comfort. Okay, so sometimes, okay, more or less, when you talk about green building, you talk about sustainability. Okay, so that's why I started with the definition of sustainability first and then green building. Okay, so far I think it's clear. Okay, so what's green building? Green buildings are those buildings which are they talk about, or they focus about the resources, okay, in which they use the resources much efficiently. Which resources? You talk about water, you talk about material, and you talk about energy. Actually, there are some, we will come in future, you're going to see this triangle. Okay, let me not talk everything now. Let's keep something for the next class also. So far it's good. Okay, so what's green building. Okay, my next question comes. Okay, how can I be efficient? John, you're talking about efficiency. How the heck will my building, the LEED building, be efficient? Okay, there are many conditions here. Okay, how? So the question is like this. We're talking about LEED and we talk about green building. Okay, for now I'm not writing in green. Okay, it's a green building. Okay, my question is, how will my building, okay, or what are the factors, or let's play it this on an official way. How does, okay, the question is like this: how does a green building, okay, use resources efficiently? Wow, what a question. Resources efficiently. Okay, this is the story here. All story about this only. Okay, so a green building is a building which uses resources efficiently, isn't it? That's the definition of a green building. Okay, resources, we're talking about these three things here. Okay, that's water, material, and what? Energy. Okay, so the question was here: how does a green building, use resource efficiently? Question. Okay, there are different factors here. One, site selection. Okay, we're talking about site selection. Okay, before I talk about site selection, okay, let me just give you just a fast brush up, okay, on some concept here. We talked about green building. Okay, let's say GB, green building. And green building, we said impact on what? Environment, isn't it? How your bloody building will impact the environment, yes or no? Okay, I just I think couple of minutes back I just told a building in green color, isn't it? Okay, now let's suppose, okay, there are two factors here, okay, in green building. There's external and internal, isn't it? External and internal. Okay, so now when talk about external, okay, let's suppose your building is here. Okay, this is your building. Okay, and this is my building. Okay, let's suppose the green building. Okay, John, it's white. Come on, let's consider it's a green building. Okay. Now if my building, okay, this building, okay, it's called site, okay, site means the area, okay, if my building is near what? Bus stop, okay, or any public transportation, okay, any public transportation. What will happen if my building is near any public transportation, okay, or any bus stop? What is going to happen? One thing is going to happen, one thing for sure, you know, you're going to have cars moving around, buses moving around, you know, okay. So when buses or car or any public transport, any transport move around near your house, there's one thing for sure, sure, because everything is, you know, they burn fuel, so you're going to have heat, isn't it? So you're going to have a hot environment. Heat, generally heat is in red color, so it should be in red, okay, so you're going to have heat. So this is going to affect your, you know, environment, you know, that's why you're going to on your AC or whatever, the cooling system, isn't it? So site selection means what? Is your building close to any public or bus stop? Okay? Public transport, I give an example as a bus stop, okay. So is my building close to any public transport? This is going to affect my, you know, my efficiency in my building. You know, I'll have to on the air conditioning, let's say 24 hours, let's say at least during the public transport hours, because this is going to give me heat, isn't it? Okay, this is one situation, okay, this is called public transportation, how close it is to my public transport. Okay, second criteria under site selection is, okay, now let's suppose, okay, let me just, this is going to be a little bit of MEP, okay, MEP guy. This is my house, okay, section view, let's say section view, okay. And how will I draw a bulb? Okay, let's suppose, okay, being electronic, it should be like this. This is a bulb, okay. What's it? Bulb or a light, okay. And I'm here, okay. For some reason I am here, okay. You know, when I on a light, okay, let's say there's a switch here, okay, enough of the electronics and alternative current, but whatever be the story, okay. Sorry, this is a room, okay, this is a switch, I just plug the switch, heating, okay. So this room gets affected, isn't it? Even though when I design one HVAC system, okay, HVAC system, okay, this is the HVAC air terminal, okay, supply, okay, air is blowing out, okay. You know, the efficiency of this HVAC supply, okay, depends on this also, no? This is going to affect him, because this guy is going to keep, as the bulb starts heating, heat starts coming up, NCP, transmitting heat, start transmitting heat out. So this guy has to run more, isn't it? If this guy was off, that's why if you notice, during the night, the AC is generally more colder than during the day. Why? Because of external environment conditions. So this is the second story, okay. How is your building situated? How is your building situated? Okay, let me just give you another example here, okay. This is might be slightly more higher for some people. Let me just tell you something, okay. Sometimes if you noticed, okay, if okay, some, you know, let's say this is a good example, okay. This is your building, okay, and the sun is, you know, shining, okay, sun is shining, okay. You notice sometime, you know, the room which is near to the sunshine, okay, it's going to be, you know, it has a good amount of sunlight, everything, but only thing is you will have to on your cooling system regular. But whereas the other area, which is this side, which is not facing the sunshine, you will have problems with the lighting, isn't it? You will have to on artificial lights, isn't it? And you can, you know, reduce your HVAC, or let's say the cooling, isn't it? So I hope this much is clear, okay. So this is becoming now more than 15 minutes, so let me just continue in the next class, okay. So hope you everybody enjoyed this part 2. Okay, in part 3 it's going to be a small video. We're going to learn continuation of this, okay. Hope everybody enjoyed this video, and see you in part 3, okay.